Wide outs to both sides. I formation fullback. Buckner right up the middle, and Ryan Buckner is turned back after a gain of about 3-4 yards. So the Cats and a flag, a personal foul. Who's it gonna be against? Some trash talking being done. It looked like Carroll is going to be penalized. Unsportsmanlike conduct. They are not a happy bunch right now. They're down 12-0 in front of a nice capacity home crowd, and they are not having fun on the football field.
Big linebacker talking foul.
That's Shyamalan Johnson. Johnson is he's a starting linebacker on defense, and he is has he been ejected from the football game? Well, they took him out, that's for sure. He is This is a wacky football game, folks. That ball is spotted down at about the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. First and 10 for the Cats at the 14-yard line of the Bulldogs. Leesville leads it 12-0. And Green doesn't like something. He's looking down the line of scrimmage. Now gets under center. Deep handoff. Collins uses his block well and picks up a couple of yards. I'll tell you what, John, Carroll looks a little frustrated right now, don't they?
Yeah, they're out there fighting each other right now. They seem to be kind of angry and upset.
So Collins picks up only about 2 yards on the play, moves the ball down to the 12-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 8. So the first half dominated by the Cats. The first quarter dominated by the Cats right now as Carroll just cannot seem to get on track. And Carroll's got to looks like one of their inside linebackers is coming off the field hurt. Collins toss, runs to the right. Tackled by a horde of blue and gold, but they nailed Collins as he tried to reverse his field. And a loss of 4 will bring up 3rd down and 12. 3rd down and 12 from the 16-yard line for the Cats. And the Carroll fans, I think they'd want to see Cecil Collins carried out of here on a stretcher tonight. They are ecstatic over the tackle. High formation on 3rd down and long. Green. Back to pass, got time, fires to the corner, caught. Touchdown, Wampus Cats. Marcus Thurman on the reception, a 16-yard touchdown pass from Green to Thurman, and did Thurman make a tremendous move on the cornerback?
That was a great move.
And Josh Dill in to kick it away, in to kick the extra point attempt out of the hole to Mayo. They snap it. And was that Roan on the carry? Roan on the carry. Hey, these guys are stunned. 2-point run is good. Leesville leads it by a score, 20-0. We'll take a timeout. Be right back with the Leesville kickoff after these words from our sponsors.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
We are back live where the Wampus Cats of Leesville are stunning the Carroll Bulldogs 20-0 in the opening quarter. 4:22 left to play. And after a couple of short kickoffs by Josh Dill, Carroll has moved up beyond the 20-yard line to receive Dill's next kickoff drive. And let's see if Josh puts the big leg into it and boots it deep. Again, a short kick and a wicked knuckleball bounce, and penalty flags are down. Not sure who the penalty was against. Obviously, Leesville. They're going to have to kick it over again, but...
Coach, it's a 50 reduced down to a 3 and a 5 on the backside.
Cats will be forced to kick it over again, and Josh Dill, at his current rate, is going to have a sore leg for the night. It's over. So the knock on Carroll was that they were not a good come-from-behind team. You get them down early, and they really don't have the skill players to make up the difference. But there's a long way. And look at this unique formation that Carroll is in now. It is almost a wedge, and Dill kicks it deep. And it's going into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the Wampus Cats take that strategy of the Bulldogs and turn it right back around in their face. So Carroll goes on offense, first and 10 from their 20-yard line, trailing 20-0 with 4:18 to go here in the first quarter of action. An outstanding opening effort by the Cats, who have come out extremely determined. First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 20-yard line. Bowie comes out to quarterback the blue and gold clad Dogs. Given the fact that this school is in Monroe, Louisiana, and Louisiana Tech is just down the road, and they are the Dogs, I don't imagine that they're too popular being Dogs along with the Northeast crowd here in town. Wishbone formation. Halfback on the carry. That was Andre Fields, number 21. Fields gets a couple, maybe a yard, as excellent defense. Mike Lewis on the run support for the Cats, and Marcus Gill playing a whale of a game in on that stop as well. So 1 yard.
Yeah, right over behind. I just went like 59 zone. But they reduced down.
3 yards and a cloud of dust for these guys. That time only 1 yard. Same formation. Fake to the fullback, and Robert Robinson tackling Bowie as he turns the corner. And a penalty flag. What was that all about? A face mask. I wonder about that. He wrapped him up pretty good. So that break will go against the Wampus Cats. The first penalty of the night against Leesville. Excuse me, the second penalty of the night. Face mask is the call. I don't know, man. That Robinson came up and supported the run very well on that play, and I'd have to look at that one again. Nobody in the booth could see what was going on. Carroll takes the penalty, however, and they'll be glad to get it. It's their biggest offensive gainer of the night. They move the ball up to the 36-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. 3:34 to go in the first quarter. Leesville leads it by a score of 20-0. Out of the wishbone. Michael Jackson, Jr. in at fullback, taking the place of Wright. Strong side to the right. Jackson on the carry. No, Bowie being chased. One guy to catch him. And they're going to runs him out of bounds on the quarterback keeper. That is a huge gain for Carroll. But a 53-yard gain from quarterback Michael Bowie. He put the ball into the belly around the right end for a big gain. 53 yards for Michael Bowie. And that's to the Leesville 9, first and goal. So that could be the spark that Carroll's fans are looking for, that's for sure. From the 9-yard line, first and goal for Carroll. Wright, Hogg, and Fields in the backfield. Hogg on the carry. Sophomore Quentin Hogg, he scored 6 touchdowns to lead Carroll this year. And he is stopped after a short gain. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line, 7-yard line. Take your pick. 2nd and goal, wide out to the left. Wishbone formation. Hogg again. Hogg off the right side for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and goal, as Carroll cannot afford to waste the 53-yard effort from their quarterback, Bowie. Roan and Clemens, outstanding linebackers for the Cats, doing their job here tonight. And this is definitely 4-down territory. Ball is just shy of the 5. It's 3rd and goal from that point. Third and goal, Bowie on the bootleg and through the hands of the intended receiver, Terrence White. White had good coverage by Lee in the left flat. Clock stops with 2:16 and brings up Carroll's first decision of the night. It is 4th down and goal. Holding against Carroll. I don't know if that's a keeper or a throw it back, but we'll check out the call. Let's see how the Cats choose to play it. They'll looks like they'll take the yardage. It's either going to be 3rd down and goal from about the 15 or 4th down and goal. Holding is will be taken, and the ball is spotted at the 16-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and goal from that point. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass, the first pass of the night for the Bulldogs quarterback Bowie. And the Carroll fans getting a little bit restless with their offense at this point. Bone formation on 3rd and goal. Bowie straight drop, rolls to the near side, launches the pass, picked off, and dropped. Great effort by Robert Robinson, who launched his body in front of the intended receiver out of the backfield. And it'll be 4th down and goal. Intended receiver was Jackson out of the backfield for the Bulldogs. They have got to get back in the ball game any way they can, so let's see if they've got something up their sleeves. On 4th down and goal from the 16, White flanked out to the left. Bowie, straight drop, rolls, looks, fires into the end zone. Man is open, touchdown. And I tell you what, Leesville going to kick themselves in the butt on that one. Nothing but a straight drop. They didn't get pressure on the quarterback. He rolled about 3 steps to his left and fired the ball into the open arms of Wright. 16-yard touchdown on 4th down with 2:04 to go. And Martin in to attempt the extra point. The kick is up and right through, and Carroll is on the scoreboard tonight. So we've had 27 points scored, and we are not out of the first quarter yet. So what a game. Hang on, folks. We're back after 30 seconds from our sponsors after these words on Vista Communications Cable Channel 3.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
On Coburn, we're back live as Carroll gets on the board. 20-7 the score. Leesville leads, and I think Carroll's got to feed off the energy of this crowd. This is a high-energy crowd here tonight.
Well, they've already thrown more tonight than they've thrown all year long, I think.
Yeah, they're being put into that position. And say what, Bowie had a lot of poise on that last play. He waited for his receiver to come open, and Terrence White made a great move to beat the Leesville cornerback to the corner of the end zone. So Cecil Collins and Vernon Lee back deep to receive. And Lee lets it go through his legs, picks it up at about the 16-yard line, and now comes up the middle of the field. And Lee goes down at the 21 after a big tackle. And the Cats are lucky that their field position is not any worse than that.
Hey, Collins threw a block that flat leveled one of the guys coming down.
So Leesville been very efficient scoring tonight. And now they're put to the test, first down and 10. And they're facing a rejuvenated Bulldog defense right now, first and 10 from the 20-yard line. From the 20, first down, Green. Oh, penalty flags down. Maybe had some movement up front. Oh, Carroll has called a timeout with 1:41 to go. A rather sudden timeout, so we'll take that pause that refreshes. We'll be back in 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers.
There's no name.
Read the card.
After all the flowers you've brought us, it's time you got some of your own. From all the gang to our favorite head. Thank you very much.
In the opening period, and the Wampus Cats up by a score of 20-7. As the Cats came to the line of scrimmage on that series, Carroll called a very sudden timeout to reorganize their defense a bit. And you got to know that they are going to have to make some adjustments and make them fast if they're going to slow down these Cats. Thurman out wide to the near side on first down out of the I formation. Collins runs left. Got good yardage up across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Pickup of close to 7-8 yards on that play, depending on the spot. I don't know why the Carroll fans are so happy on the tackle. The kid gains 8 yards a pop. It's about a short 8, long 7, call it what you will. Clock runs, and it's been a very long first quarter of play, folks. I'm going to tell you, it's already taken a half hour to play the first 12 minutes of this ball game. Second down and 2 from the 28. Green under center. Collins deep handoff right up the middle. Cecil picking his way through. Got the first down before he's brought down across the 35-yard line. First down, Leesville, as Collins picks up about 7 more yards. So great line blocking up front by the offensive squad for the Cats. Should be the final play of the first quarter unless it is a pass or something to that effect. First and 10, Leesville. Ball at the Carroll at the Leesville 37-yard line. Wide outs to the right. Buckner, the fullback, up the middle, stays on his feet up to near the 45-yard line. A gain of almost 7-8 yards for Ryan Buckner. Thank you, Coach. My binoculars were occupied. That was Greg Roan on the carry, number 22 for the Cats in at fullback. So it'll be second down and 2 as they spot the ball right on the 45-yard line. Collins in the wing to the right. And penalty flags are down. We've got an infraction called against the offense. That was the end of the quarter, all right. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Leesville 20, Carroll 7, back in 60 seconds after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
The Offered Advantage could be sending you home for the holidays.
Offord Motors in Leesville is moving out the 95 Buicks and giving you a chance to win round-trip tickets for two to anywhere in the continental U.S. Now through November 18th, test drive any Buick on the lot and you automatically register to go home for the holidays. The deadline to register is Saturday, November 18th, so stop by Offord Motors in Leesville today and experience the Offord Advantage. Highway 171 South in Leesville next to the Holiday Inn.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
We are back for the second quarter of play. Leesville scoring 20 points and going off early and often on the Bulldog defense. A touchdown of 77 yards in the first play from scrimmage. On Carroll's first offensive possession, a blocked punt, setting up another touchdown. The Cats are all over the field right now, and they've got it second down and short from the 45. Buckner back in at fullback. Toss. Collins running to the right, gets a good block, looking to pick his spot to cut it upfield. He goes down after really no gain on the play. It'll bring up third down and short from the 46-yard line. So Carroll's defense coming over in a hurry. Johnson and Johnson sound like a healthcare products company. Those are the inside linebackers, Shermell and Shamalon, and they are loads 240 and 230. So on third down and about a yard, let's see how the Cats choose to play it. Line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line. Collins right up the gut. He's got the first down, a gain of about 3 yards on that play. And the ball will be spotted at about the 49. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats at that point. So McKay told me this morning that he wanted to shorten the football game. Well, right now, the first quarter took 30 minutes to play. That is not shortening the football game, Coach. That is giving the other team's offense way too much time to do some good. 1st and 10 for Leesville from their own 49-yard line with 11:11 to go in the half. Wing to the left. Collins hit in the backfield. Hit in the backfield by Shamalon Johnson, the inside linebacker. But he hit him, and Collins drug him about a yard. He hit him behind the line of scrimmage, and Collins carried him for 2 yards, John. .10:32 to go in the half. Leesville into Carroll territory. 2nd down and 8 from the 49. Wide outs to both sides. I formation. Short drop, lob pass. Could have made a case for a bump beyond the line of scrimmage, but could have been. But the referee did not see it that way as one-on-one coverage. Incomplete pass. A short drop, and Green had nice touch on the ball, but the receiver was chucked at about the 40 and could not get to the ball. 3rd down now for the Cats. 3rd down and 8. Thurman to the left. Collins, deep handoff. We got penalty flags down. We have got some frustrations on both sides right now.
47 again, jumping around.
And I tell you what, he's this ball game if he doesn't get his act together, John. That's inside linebacker Shermell Johnson. Motion is the call against Leesville, but unsportsmanlike. He is out of the game. Shermell Johnson, 5'11", 240-pound inside linebacker. His history and he is the anchor for the Carroll defensive backs. He is out of this one. That is the second time tonight he has overreacted to a call. And I tell you what, you got to keep your cool. We have seen kids lose their cool before, but not twice in the first half like that.
Hey, that was an old-fashioned tantrum both times.
The play was blown dead, and Carroll was still taking shots at the running back, Collins. So they're going to mark the 5 yards off against Leesville, and they'll march it right back, and it should be a first down after the penalty against the Bulldogs. So that is a big setback, and Johnson's already peeled off his jersey, and he is down to his sweats, and he is an upset youngster right now. So the penalty against the unsportsmanlike call against the Bulldogs will move the ball down to the Carroll 39-yard line and give Leesville a 1st and 10 from that spot. .10:07 to play. Clock runs in this first half. Leesville leads it by a score of 20-7, and the Cat offense running pretty much on all cylinders right now. I formation, strong side to the right. Penalty flags are down, and before the all right, the wide receiver for the Cats offsides, it looks like. Lined up offsides. So I'm sorry I said what I said about running on all cylinders, because obviously that was the jinx that I put on him.
That was an apology.
No, I don't believe that will do. So they move it back to the 44-yard line, and the Cats will go over first and 15 from the 44. I formation, deep handoff. Collins breaks it into the secondary. Cecil Collins plows down defenders and picks up about 12 yards. And I'll tell you what, Carroll will do anything right now to get Collins out of this ball game. They are laying the leather, and there's another penalty flag. As let's see who this one is going to be against. And boy, Carroll is an upset football team, folks. Their defenders are frustrated, and they are venting their frustrations, and they're doing it at the wrong time and the wrong place, right in front of the guys that wear the striped jerseys. Collins, right up the gut, goes about 9 yards. Oh, heck no, he picked up almost 13 yards on the play. So face mask is the call. So 13 yards on the run by Collins, and add on, let's see if it's 5 or 15. Unsportsmanlike call. And Carroll calls a timeout, and Coach McKay's got to get a hold of his team and settle his guys down. 9:24 to go in the half. Leesville leading 20-7 and driving for more. We're back in 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
4 to go in the half. The Carroll Bulldogs defense right now is self-destructing. They've had their starting inside linebacker tossed out of the ball game. And after that 13-yard run by Collins, they get a 5-yard face mask penalty and then a 15-yard unsportsmanlike. Leesville's got it 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. All right, wait a minute. That's 1st down and 2 at the 8-yard line. My goodness, what a weird turn of events in this first half of football.
Face mask, half the distance.
Say it again.
15 yards for the face mask, and then half the distance to the goal for unsportsmanlike conduct.
And the head man, the guy that wears the white hat, is now talking to the coaching staff at Carroll. They're trying to get a ruling on that play. And talk to my partner. He made the call. Either way, it's first down and 2 from the 8-yard line. And these referees just are not going to take that kind of attitude on the football field tonight. And there's no need for it. I mean, you got a good football team. You're 8-2 on the year. You've played a heck of a year, and you do not need to self-destruct on defense like this.
Well, we're seeing a lot of frustration tonight. Carroll has an excellent record, and they're not used to being run over like this.
That's for sure. The only team that has handled them with any kind of ease has been Neville, and that was a 34-6 score. So Leesville with first and... And let's see what the officials are huddling. All right, we're gonna sort it out, and here we go. First down and 2 from the 8-yard line for Leesville. I formation, strong side to the right. Collins on the carry, hit in the backfield. Excellent defensive hit by number 56 or 36. If that was 36, that was Nikosi Carroll, the defensive end. Yeah, Collins will lose about a yard on that play. No gain. Make it second down and 2 from the 8. As the one thing Carroll has done is fired itself up into a fit of pique right now. These guys are slapping each other, and they're into the ball game, and they want blood. Collins hit in the backfield, stays in his feet, and then gets tackled by the entire Carroll team. They just want Collins. They want Collins bad. Well, they had him 2 plays in a row. Excellent defensive stunt, getting the penetration on the line and really stopping Green from making the clean handoff. So third down now in 3 from the 10-yard line, and Leesville's offensive line has got to reassert itself, and and Adrian Burns will take that ride to ended him up on his keister if it gives his team a 5-yard penalty and a first down. So number 32, Michael Jackson, a junior lineman, put Burns on his fanny, but Burns will take it because that gives the Cats a first down and goal. First and goal. First down and goal for the Cats. Jumbo formation with Roan in as an extra blocking back. That's a heck of a play by the Carroll defense as they are fired up now, folks. Terrence Harris, who has come in place of Johnson, the linebacker who was tossed, and with 7:36 to go, there's a timeout on the field, so we'll take a timeout. Be right back after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
We're back with 7:36 to go in the half, and the Cats have run into an angry nest of Bulldogs inside the 10-yard line. After starting this drive at their 20-yard line, the Cats moved it down with the aid of a couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and some nice runs by Collins down inside the 10. They had a first and goal at the 6, and now they are facing second and goal at about the 7-yard line. I formation, toss, Collins runs to the near side, cuts it up, tackled from behind. And the Bulldog fans are in arms right now. They're trying to rally their team down by a score of 20-7. And they're going to mark it. The ball is marked at the 7-yard line. So no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and goal from the 7. As Carroll has taken control of the line of scrimmage on this last series. And the Carroll fans screaming for defense. I formation. Green to pass. Complete drop. So 4th down and goal coming up from the 7-yard line. And Josh Dill coming onto the field to attempt the field goal. So Carroll, after being its own worst enemy, rising up and showing its true colors on defense, John. And that was an excellent defensive stand as they simply manhandled the Wampus Cats at the line of scrimmage. Josh Dill in to attempt a 24-yard field goal. Snap is good, kick is up, kick is good, and the Cats get the extra 3 points with 6:42 to go in the first half. Leesville leads it by a score of 23-7, and we're back with the Leesville kickoff after these words from our sponsors.
If actions speak louder than words, well, this is my way of shouting.
Josh Dill, who just hit a 24-yard field goal to give Leesville the 23-7 lead, now set to kick it off again from his 40-yard line. 6:42 to go in the first half, and Carroll starting to show some emotion. Short kickoff taken at the 26 and turned back before he reaches the 40. So let's see if Carroll's offense picks up the spirit of the defense and if they can make that translate into a moving the football, as Leesville cannot afford to be comfortable with this 23-7 lead. Carroll 1st and 10 from their 39-yard line. So out of the wishbone, Bowie, who has shown to be dangerous on the option. He runs the option and turns it up. He's got running room. And Bowie hit as he picks up 12 yards to the Leesville 49-yard line. So Bowie awful quick to the corner on the option, and Leesville has not been able to find an answer for him. And until they make the adjustment, I'm afraid that Bowie's going to burn him quite a bit tonight. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Leesville 49-yard line. 6:20 to go. Clock runs in the first half. Wishbone formation, strong side to the left. Inside handoff into the secondary. And a nice tackle by Robinson, who had Andre Fields streaking by him. And Robinson reached up there and drug him down from behind after a gain of about 8 yards. So Carroll now finding its spark offensively, and they look to be a dangerous football team right now. Leesville's defense is up against it now, facing 2nd down and 2. Carroll's football at the Leesville 41-yard line. Inside handoff to Wright, who is tackled by Lou Drotti. He's got the 1st down by the nose of the football as they get it to across the 40 to the Leesville 39-yard line. I'd be very close, depending on the spot. I think he might have had it. And it looks like the guys in the black and white uniforms are going to bring it out and take a look at it with the chains. Eagle-eyed John Coburn says a little bit short. Chains are coming out. See if Carroll can keep this drive alive. And, John, you are correct. About a half a yard shy of a first down. So it'll bring up third and very short from the Leesville 39. This is not a game for the faint-hearted, my friends. There is a lot of real physical play out there out on this football field right now. Third and short. Strong side left formation out of the wishbone. Bowie, the quarterback. Right up the middle, Kamar Wright, the fullback. He is going to get the first down, but not by much, my friends, as the Leesville defense bowed up and stuck the big 235-pound fullback, almost stopped him dead in his tracks, but he leaned forward for the first down. First and 10 for the Bulldogs with 5 minutes to go in the half. Boy, it was not a very generous spot, but they're going to bring the chains out and take another look, and he's I got to believe he's got the first down. My God, he weighs 235 pounds. He can fall forward for 5 yards. And by the nose of the football, it's a Bulldog first down. First down, Carroll at the Leesville 39-yard line. They started this drive at their own 39 and have moved the ball up the field rather smartly against the Leesville defense. Carroll was a little flat to start this game, and it took the ejection of their inside linebacker and some costly penalties and a great defensive stand to get the offense fired up. Big hit. No gain on that play as Greg Rohn stuck his helmet in. And Mike Lewis also in on the stop. And Clarence Jones, number 46, getting his name on there as well. So big stick as Kamar Wright, the fullback, could go nowhere on that play.
I think I should go back to that.
Second down. Second down, Bowie under center, wishbone formation. Quick toss comes this way. Hogg on the carry, turns the corner, down the sidelines. Quentin Hogg is gone for the score. No penalty flags down, and the Carroll Bulldogs are back in the ball game. Quentin Hogg, the sophomore who leads this team in scoring with his 7th touchdown of the year. So Carroll will go for 2, trailing 23-13, trying to make it an 8-point ball game.
I didn't see him. I saw the Carroll. They came up and we just tried to tackle him.
So Carroll will go for 2 after the 39-yard run by sophomore halfback Quentin Hogg. Inside handoff to Fields. No, Bowie tackled by Mike Lewis and Robert Robinson. The 2-point conversion pass, no good. Leesville leads at 23-13 with 4:08 to play in the half. We're back in 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
The Offord Advantage could be sending you home for the holidays. Offord Motors in Leesville is moving out the 95 Buicks and giving you a chance to win round-trip tickets for 2 to anywhere in the continental U.S. Now through November 18th, test drive any Buick on the lot, and you automatically register to go home for the holidays. The deadline to register is Saturday, November 18th, so stop by.
Martin in to kick it away deep for the Bulldogs. End over end kick taken at the 25-yard line. Is that Marcus Thurman? I believe it was Thurman. And it'll be first down Leesville at the, looks like the 36-yard line. And the Wampus Cats are going to have to come up with a way offensively to thwart that really inspired Carroll defense. They are jamming up the middle. And if the Cats can spring Cecil Collins wide, he's going to be, it'll be curtains for them. From the 36, Kendall and Thurman slide to the right. Collins trying to get wide. He's got the corner, stays in his feet, first down and then some into Carroll territory and run out of bounds at near the 40-yard line. And there is a penalty down, and let's see who it's against. If it's holding against the Cats, that nullifies a tremendous run by Collins. A 20-yard run by Collins all the way to the 43-yard line, and it's going to get brought back, it looks like, folks. Clipping. And that's a tough break. Boy, that sure would have taken a little momentum out of the Bulldog defense at that point, but the 20-yard run by Collins is nullified. So that moves the ball back all the way to the 25-yard line of the Cats. It'll be second down and a long way. Well, the Cats did exactly what they were needing to do, get the ball wide into Collins' hands. He turned the corner, but the clip happened on the far sidelines and way away from us. Second and long, about 25 from the 25. First and 25. Collins right up the middle, nothing much doing. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be about it. And the Carroll defenders, the last ones up off the ground. Clock runs with 3:13 to play in the first half. Leesville leads at 23-13, and what a whale of a football game we have had in this first 24 minutes. Second down and forever. Line of scrimmage is the Leesville 26-yard line. Offensively, the Cats had first and goal at the 6 and could not punch it in. Settled for a field goal last time down. And now Carroll playing that good, tough defense. Toss. Collins comes this way. Well, that's Roan. That was Collins. Excuse me. No, yeah, that was Cecil Collins again. Got a hard time seeing through the crowd of Bulldog fans here in the press box. Picks up about 7-8 yards. It'll be third down and 12. Third down and 12 from the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs with 2:15 to play in the first half. High formation. Carroll, looked like Carroll jumps off sides. Green launches it down the field deep and just overthrown. Intended for Thurman. Penalty flags are down, and Jason Green took a big hit from the weak side, holding against Leesville. And Carroll is going to decline the penalty. And the Leesville offense having trouble with the penalty bugaboo on this sequence. And the Wampus Cats will be forced to punt it for the very first time here tonight. The line of scrimmage, the 32 to play here in the first half, and Carroll will get 2 minutes to try to move it into some kind of scoring position. So Greg Roan in to kick it away. Line of scrimmage is the 34. Single receiver in punt formation. Roan's kick, high and short. Going to go out of bounds. And no, it stays in bounds. And finally goes out at the Carroll 37-yard line. So the Bulldogs first and 10 at their own 37. So what has started off as a real runaway has gotten awful close because the emotion running through the stands is starting to transfer its way onto the field, and Carroll now believes that they are back in this ball game for sure, and they've got a shot to narrow this lead even more here with a minute and 58 seconds to play in the half. And the clock operator having to put 5 seconds back on the. And there it is, 1:55. So Carroll has 1:55 to go, a bunch of yardage, about 63 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line of the Bulldogs. So from the Bulldogs 37, I formation, Bowie under center. And Bowie is hit as he tried to set up what looked like a reverse. A loss of 3 on that play, as it'll be line of scrimmage will be the 34-yard line now. Clock runs with a minute 40 to go. Couldn't give credit to the tackle, really couldn't see who was in on the tackle. Second down and 13. Carroll, a big, hungry offensive football team looking for a spark. They have not trailed many ball games this year. I formation again. Deep handoff coming to the near side is Hogg, and Hogg is going to go down in a pile. Marcus Gill, Cedric Clemens, Clarence Jones, everybody in on that fun play. Hogg will pick up about a yard to the 35-yard line, and as the line of scrimmage is the 36-yard line. So Carroll calls a timeout with a minute 4 to go in the half. We'll take a break. The score, Leesville 23, Carroll 13. Back after these words from our sponsors.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
In the first half, Leesville leads it 23-13. The Cats scored 20 points in the opening stanza here at Carroll High School. And the Bulldogs facing 3rd down and 11 from their 36-yard line. I formation, wide outs to both sides. Bowie, deep drop. The lefty chunks it down the middle. And, oh my goodness, Vernon Lee and Mike Lewis, each of them had a golden opportunity. Lee had his hands on the ball, and the quarterback, Bowie, ends up on his keister, so it's 4th down. And the Bulldogs must punt with 58 seconds to go in the half. So that is not exactly the way their offensive coordinator designed that last sequence. They were looking to generate some offense, and the Cats making some adjustments and playing some solid defense. Wampus Cats into punt receive formation. Low snap up the gut. It's blocked again. And that was blocked by Roan, and the Wampus Cats will be in business inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10, with 51 seconds to play in the half. That's the second block punt of the night for the Leesville defense. Gill got the first one. Roan gets that one. So Leesville in business. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Bulldogs. So let's see what the Cats come up with. Clock runs with 45 seconds to go. I formation. Toss. Collins runs to the right. Cuts it. And inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 8. And the Cats will call a timeout with 38 seconds to go in the first half. Leesville, I'll tell you what, John Coburn, this could be a big plus if they can get points on this drive.
Yeah, they need these points to get that momentum back.
You could see a momentary letdown, and you could see the emotion transfer onto the shoulders of the Bulldogs, and it carried them to that great defensive stand, and then they score a touchdown right after that great defensive stand. So the Cats have looking to regain some momentum with 38 seconds to go in the half. Carroll 1 out of 3 converting third down situations, and Cecil Collins over 100 yards in the first half. 123 yards on 19 carries, a full night's work for most running backs, but I'm here to tell you that Cecil Collins is not most running backs, folks. So the Leesville squad facing second down at about 7 from the 9-yard line. Cats have a timeout left in the half. That was their second timeout of the half. Carroll needs a defensive stand. Leesville needs penetration and line blocking up front to convert that block punt into points. I formation. Green under center. Fakes the handoff. In trouble. Slips. Stays on his feet. Jason Green. Oh, they're going to say he's down at the 15. And I tell you what, Jason Green's knee did not look like it hit the ground. So Leesville will call their last time out of the half with 23 seconds to go. We're right back with more Wampus Cat football after these words from our sponsors.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
Third down and a long way. Third down, about 15 yards to go for the Cats. They can get a first down. They have the ball at the Carroll 16-yard line, and they need some yardage to give Josh Dill a little bit of breathing room on third down. Green, deep drop, rolls to the right, fires it short, incomplete. Fourth down, clock stop. Here comes Josh Dill. So Carroll has turned the Wampus Cats away on a first and goal and then a first and 10 at the 12. And the Carroll defense has done their job, and now Leesville's special teams have got to do theirs, as Josh Dill, who hit earlier from 24, will be in to attempt about a 33-yarder. Ball is right in the middle of the field, out of the hold of Mayo. Dill has plenty of leg, and let's see if he's got the good leg on this kick. Snap is high. Mayo gets it down. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Wide to the left. So a 33-yard field goal by Dill. Wide left. The snap was high. And Carroll will take over with 13 seconds to go in the half. So we have a wild first half to recap for you. Leesville leads it by a score of 23-13. Carroll has the ball after that good defensive effort. First and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Excuse me, from their own 20, excuse me. So we got a ball on the field, and we are ready to go with 13 seconds to go in the half. Let's see how Carroll chooses to play this, close to the vest or wide open riverboat gambler style. Bowie, the shifty left-handed passer, and it looks like they're going to take a knee and go into the halftime down by 10. So Carroll steals the opportunity for momentum for the Wampus Cats, steals it away. And that is the end of the first half with the score, Leesville 23, Carroll 13. Everything you could want from the number 3 and 4 ranked teams in the state of Louisiana. And we are back after these words from our sponsors with a halftime recap. Stay tuned for more Wampus Cat football.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
The Leesville High Wampus Cats lead it here at halftime, 23-13, and they wasted very little time in getting points on the board here tonight. The Wampus Cats took the first possession of the ball game at their own 23-yard line, and one play later, Cecil Collins going 77 yards for the touchdown. Dill's extra point was wide, and Collins on his 90th career touchdown gave Leesville the early 6-0 lead. The Wampus Cat defense, led by Marcus Gill, blocking a punt with 8:12 to go in the half, and that set up first and goal at the 5-yard line for the Wampus Cats. Collins' second touchdown of the night, a 4-yarder with 7:11 to go in the half. The 2-point conversion pass failed, and the Cats led it 12-0. Leesville recovered a Leesville Cedric Clemens recovered a fumble on the next Carroll possession. A 15-yard penalty down to the Carroll 14-yard line with 4:22 to go. Set up a 16-yard touchdown pass from Jason Green to Marcus Thurman. Greg Roan's 2-point conversion run was good, and the Wampus Cats were out to a very quick 20-0 lead. Carroll's offense was sparked by quarterback Michael Bowie. Bowie's on the quarterback keeper out of the wishbone, goes 53 yards down to the Leesville 9 to give Carroll first and goal. But the Leesville defense reared its head and pushed Carroll back all the way to the 16-yard line. And Bowie, facing 4th down and goal from the 16, finds Terrence White in the left corner of the end zone for the touchdown pass on 4th down. The extra point kick was good, and the score was narrowed to 20-7. The Wampus Cats took the ball at the 20-yard line, started to march up the field, and then the game got hairy. Starting inside linebacker Shermel Johnson for the Bulldogs was ejected from the ball game following his protests on an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. The Wampus Cats had first and goal at the 6-yard line, but were unable to punch it in and settled for a 24-yard field goal from Josh Dill with 6:42 in the half. That gave them the 23-7 lead. Carroll got the ball to start the next drive at their own 39-yard line, moved it into the Leesville side of the field, and then with 4:0, sophomore halfback Quentin Hogg found the right corner and dashed 39 yards in for the score to narrow. The 2-point conversion pass failed, and the score was 23-13. The Wampus Cats exchanged punts with the Bulldogs, and then with 58 seconds to go, Greg Roan blocked a punt that gave the Cats first down and 10 at the Carroll 12-yard line, but the Carroll defense was up to the task. They turned the Cats away and force a 33-yard field goal try from Dell that goes wide to the left with 13 seconds to play in the half. So the score at the half is 23-13, and it has been a statistical battle that has been won to this point by the Wampus Cats, but maybe not as one-sided as you'd think. The Wampus Cats have 6 first downs. Carroll has 5. Carroll has 16 rushes for 110 yards. Leesville 21 rushes for 134. Carroll has 15 yards passing for a total yardage of 125. Leesville has 14 yards passing for a total yardage of 144. Jason Green is 1 out of 4 for 1 out of 4 passing with a touchdown. His opponent, Michael Bowie, is also 1 out of 4 with a touchdown. Leesville has been penalized 4 times for 40 yards. Carroll has been penalized 7 times for 72 yards, and they have had a player ejected from the ball game. The Bulldogs have punted twice for an average of 27 yards. Leesville has punted the ball once for 27 yards. The Cats have not put the ball on the ground. Carroll has fumbled once, and Leesville has recovered that fumble. So the score at the half is 23-13, and we are in for, I believe, a really wild ride in the second half of football here tonight. Enjoy the halftime. We're back with more Wampus Cat football after these words.
Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers.
There's no name.
Read the card.
After all the flowers you've brought us, it's time you got some of your own. From all the gang to our favorite head...
Have you been in a dogfight lately? Welcome back to the second half of football tonight from Monroe, Louisiana, Carroll High School. The Bulldogs, the homestanding Bulldogs, down by 10, 23-13, and we'll start the second half with the blue and gold Dogs getting the first crack on offense as Leesville's defense is going to be put up to it now. The Leesville offense cannot be tentative. They have got to play their game. They've got to play hard. They cannot lose their focus. They've got to all the cliches you can think of. You're leading by 10 at half on the road. You led by 20 before the first quarter was even over. And this Carroll team has clawed their way back into it, surviving the ejection of their starting inside linebacker and stopping the Cats twice, once on 1st and goal from the 6 and once on 1st and 10 from the 12. The Cats got 3 points out of those 2 trips inside the 10-yard line. And John Coburn, your mic is still down?
Yes.
So what do you think?
I think we're in for a dog fight for the rest of the night.
It's on you, camera guy. On you. There will be no cold chili dogs for the camera guy tonight. So Josh Dill's kick touches a Carroll player inside the 20. It's picked up by Fields. Fields comes to the near side, and he's going to go out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line. And penalty flags are going down, and that is going to be a 15-yarder against the Wampus Cats for a tackle. That's Tony Martin tackling the running back out of bounds. So there is a lot of jaw-jacking going on the football field, and you cannot let that get in the way of your football game. And you can, I know that as a young man, you can be pushed only so far before you start to retaliate back, but keep your focus, keep your heads, guys, and you'll win this football game here tonight. Carroll will go on offense, 1st and 10 from near midfield. So at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 to open up the second half. Two tight ends, wishbone formation. Wright, Hogg, and Fields are the running backs. Bowie brings them up. Handed off to number 33. And I do not have him. That's Marvin Goldman. Gets a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Second down 9 from the Leesville 49. Bowie. Handoff to Hogg. Hogg hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage as Vernon Lee rolled his body right into him and brought him down after a gain of about 3. And you bring up 3rd down and 5 as Carroll, this is Carroll's football game here. Easy doing, nothing fancy on the offense. Just use those big guys up front and try to move the defense back off the ball. 3rd down and 5 from the Leesville 45-yard line. Tight end McSwain to the left. Wishbone offensive set. Hogg on the sweep. And of the 1st down. So on 4th down, let's see if Carroll will open up the playbook and go for it, or whether they choose to pin Leesville back deep with a punt. It will be 4th down and 4, and here comes the punt team. So Carroll not wishing to take chances. Carroll has punted twice tonight, and they've had both of them blocked. Interesting note indeed. Number 86, Eric Newman. Back to punt. The line of scrimmage is the Leesville 43. We have, looks like a delay against the Carroll Bulldogs. And we'll move him back 5 and give Mr. Newman a chance to show off his leg. And now trotting onto the field into receive formation is Marcus Thurman Thurman will be standing inside his 20, maybe inside his 10. So the crowd, as Carroll is turned back on their first offensive series of the second half. And Newman, high snap. And the Cats get a partial block of it. And it takes a great Carroll bounce inside the Leesville 15-yard line. I'm going to tell you that that's a tough break right there because the snap was high from center. And Newman did a great job to get it off into the face of a rush. It was partially blocked. So they've punted 3 times tonight, and the Cat defenders have had their hands on the ball all 3 times. That time, not a big enough hand, I guess.
38-yard punt with a great roll.
Yeah, absolutely great roll. All right, Leesville on their opening possession of the second half. We'll take it from the 12-yard line. Jason Green brings the Cats to the line to the right. Lone setback is Buckner on first down. Collins was in motion. He takes the inside handoff. Not much doing. Picks up a couple of yards as the Cats trying to vary the looks that they're giving the Bulldog defense, trying to catch them off guard. Collins 123 yards in the first half. A 3-yard pickup to the 15 makes it second down and 7. Opening moments of the second half. Leesville's first offensive set. Now back to the I formation. Strong side to the left. Thurman out wide to the left. Collins hit in the backfield and going down. As I think that Carroll has had enough of Cecil Collins, and they are definitely pouring the coal to their tackles. Lost about a yard on that play. It'll make it 3rd down and 8. So this is not the kind of third down situation that the Cats like offensively. They've had a lot of success on converting third downs throughout the season, as Jason Green has really been a clutch quarterback to lead this team. Haynes and Thurman out to the near side. Collins, the lone setback. Toss. Collins comes this way, gets a block, and cannot turn the corner. As Carroll, coming hard, stops him after a gain of about 2 yards. So Greg Rohn leads the special teams on to punt with 7:39 to play in the third. And here comes that Carroll crowd that was so important. So important to them in the first half. Really kept them from getting their spirits down. Line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line. Greg Rohn drops back into punt formation. Carroll's receiver standing at the 49. Kick, a good high kick. Takes a great Leesville bounce and will be downed by Robert Robinson at the 39-yard line. And the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10. (23-13) is the score with 7:05 to go in the third. The two teams exchange punts to open up the second half, and Carroll has good field position again, 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. And I didn't see a flag, but there is one at the, looks like the 30, and the Cats captain, Greg Rohn, is talking to the referees right now, so let's see what this is all about. Ineligible man downfield. So that penalty will be against the Wampus Cats? I'm not following this. I'm not following this call at all.
He did before the ball kicked ineligible man downfield.
And we got ineligible man downfield against Carroll.
Against Carroll.
I don't understand
So is that a first down? It surely is, John Coburn. And that's how can you be? I don't understand that call.
I don't either. An eligible man downfield should have been on the offense, not the defense.
I don't know. I don't know the rules, and I don't make them up. So first down for the Wampus Cats. Leesville 30-yard line, big break, keeping the Cats' drive alive and the offense on the field. Green on the fake. Turns it upfield on the keeper for about 3 yards, getting near the 34-yard line. So Jason Green on the keeper, picking up 3. And the Wampus Cats now trying to shorten this game and keep that clock a-running. 6:43 to play in the third. Opening possession for the Wampus Cats. They keep this drive alive on a 10-yard penalty on a punting situation. And the Cats are now looking at second down and 6. Haynes, the wide out to the right. I formation. Collins, deep handoff. He is hit in the backfield. And Bulldog down as, again, Carroll's defenders are jamming up the middle. A loss of a yard. It'll bring up third down and 8. So the Carroll Bulldogs playing inspired defense from about the middle of the second quarter on. Now third down and 7, actually. 3rd and 7 is the call. Thurman and Haynes come to the near side. I formation. Green under center. Sets him down. Deep handoff. Collins up the middle. Hit. Spins forward. Gets to the 35, and he is stopped about 5 yards shy of the first down. 2-yard pickup. And the Cats, Greg Rohn, will come in to punt it back. So the Cats keep the clock running and keep Carroll's offense off the field. And the Bulldogs have forced a punt. Into receive formation is Terrence White. White, who scored the only touchdown, or the first touchdown for the Bulldogs on a nifty completion. Line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line of the Wampus Cats. Greg Rohn got a good kickoff last time. Let's see if the Bulldogs come with the pressure. Good snap. Rohn gets a good kickoff. High floater taken at the 28-yard line by White, and he is running out of territory, and he goes out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at that point. First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 33-yard line with 4:50 to go in the third period. Leesville on top 23-13. And what started off as an explosive offensive show has settled down into a game of field position at this point. Leesville's defense got to make it happen against these Bulldogs. Bowie brings him to the line. Strong side right formation, wishbone look. Bowie back to pass, launches it for White, and underthrown terribly at the 45. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:46. So left-handed quarterbacks, John Coburn, no fun to face. Ask anybody that ever played against Kenny Stabler.
Well, he was really covered by Vernon Lee. If he'd have got it there, Lee might have picked it off.
The ball was thrown to his shoe tops. So second down and 10 from the 33. Same formation. White out wide to the right. Fake to the fullback, and great play. Heads up by Clarence Jones, who nails Bowie on the option. So the Wampus Cats make the defensive adjustments and do not let Bowie get to the corner as Jones, coming in, knifes him down for a 2-yard loss. Third down and 12. Ball spotted back beyond the 30-yard line. So Leesville's defense needing to get the football back for the offense. If they can stop them here, it looks like good field position will be awaiting the offense, as Carroll's kicking game has not been exemplary here tonight. Third down 12. Backs are split. Straight drop. Oh, he hits him big time, and the pass is almost picked off by Shermaine Jones. He had the ball at the 42-yard line, and Michael Bowie was leveled by Siggy Malerski, and Malerski trying to help him up, and Bowie says, just get away from me, man. Boy, did he nail him.
Shermaine Jones should have had that one.
Yeah, boy, Shermaine's the first guy on the team that'll tell you that, too. The Wampus Cat defenders have picked off 13, 14 passes this year. And now Thurman drops back to receive the punt from Newman. Line of scrimmage is the Carroll 30-yard line. They've punted 3 times, and Leesville has had great pressure. They've blocked 2 and deflected the third punt. Good snap this time. No, he kicks a low line drive. It's going to take a Leesville bounce and go out of bounds at the Leesville 46-yard line, 1st and 10. That ball barely got over the line of scrimmage, John Coburn.
24-yard punt.
Carroll's Eric Newman having all kinds of trouble. Leesville 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. .353 to play in the third. Leesville leads it 23-13, and with their by far their best field position in the last quarter. I formation. Collins running to the left. Gets a penalty flag down as Collins, another fine run, will be negated. As we've got a hold, it looks like, and away from the play, too, which really hurts. So that's the second time tonight that Collins has had a run wide to either side called back because of a penalty, and that was a costly penalty because the hold came away from the play. So Leesville, which had 1st and 10 at their own 46, will march it back and now face 1st and 20 from the 36. Actually, a 15-yard gain and a 10-yard penalty. That's not a good exchange there. If you were on a diet, that would not be a good food exchange, would it? So the Cats in business. 1st down and 20 from their own 36-yard line. Wide outs to both sides. I formation, toss, Collins. Boy, look at Cecil Collins plow defenders over. Shoulder down, and another penalty at the line of scrimmage. And another hold against the Cats, and wow, zowie. 2 outstanding runs by Cecil Collins, wiped out because of holding penalties against the offensive line, and that has got to make the coaching staff sick.
14 more yards on that run.
Oh, man, and the Cats are backing it up now, and a little bit of frustration setting in on the offensive line. It will be 1st down and 30 from the 26. 1st and 30. That is not a misquote, folks. 3:34 to go. The Cats had kept the clock running for most of this third quarter, and now they find themselves facing, I won't say insurmountable, not with number 32 on the field, but Carroll is not making it easy defensively. 1st down and 30 from the 26-yard line of the Cats. Backs are split. Buckner with the carry. The fullback stays in his feet, bounces it outside. Ryan Buckner up the sidelines into Carroll territory. 1st down, Leesville. Oh, my goodness. Did he make a tremendous spin move as he was hit at the line of scrimmage? I'm putting the hat on backwards. No, that was Greg Roan. I put new contacts in this morning. I can't see a thing. Greg Roan. on 1st and 30, Roan, 32 yards to dig Leesville out of the hole and get the offense back on track. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. Single setback is Collins. No, what was that? That was your basic busted play, my friends. As the Cats, Jason Green looked to hand it off to Collins. Took it away from him. A busted play and a loss of about 5-6 yards. Clock runs with 2:18 to play in the third. Leesville clinging to that 10-point lead. And Denny Fetting getting up slow after that play, looking to take a blow. Loss of 5 sets up second down and 15. Collins on the handoff. Bounces off a tackle in the backfield, trying to get outside, and he does. Cecil Collins back into makeable first down yardage territory again. There was a flag on the play on the far sidelines. And there's action on the sidelines as somebody is down. There's a penalty flag down. Carroll's fans are going nuts. And Collins was the player down. There was no flag. 10 yards on the carry by Collins brings up third down and 5. And I hope Carroll realizes what they're tangling with now with number 22 in the ball game, Greg Rohn. Greg Rohn is a no slouch running back, folks. Rohn in a tailback on third down. And there comes Carroll. And Jason Green does his job and barks out the signals. Carroll jumps off sides, and that will not be a first down, but it will be very close to a first down. And Collins is coming back onto the field. Offsides is the call against the Bulldogs. It'll cost them 5 yards instead of 3rd and 5. The Cats will be looking at 3rd and a short 1. It'll be short of a first. I agree with you there. Oh, baby. We're hanging on. 1:25 to go in the third. And I'll tell you what, these two teams are knocking each other around like we haven't seen in weeks. And I don't know what the delay is in marking off the yardage, but the line of scrimmage will be the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs, and it will be third down and very, very short. All right, the line of scrimmage is the 34 of Carroll. And Greg Rohn is in the ball game, not Collins. 3rd and short, sneak, Green busts it into the secondary. He's got the first down. 2-3 yards on the carry by Jason Green on the keeper. That's going to keep the clock running. They're going to move the chains, and the clock will go again. So Leesville, boy, I tell you what, this big play, John Coburn, a score here will go a long, long way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speak to me, Coach. Speak to me. All right, 1st and 10 for Leesville at the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs. And number 32 back in the ball game for Leesville fans. Buckner in the wing to the right. Toss, Collins. He runs that way. Tries to bounce it outside and does. Cecil Collins down the sideline. Touchdown, Wampus Cats. No penalty flags down. Touchdown, Leesville. A 32-yard touchdown. Cecil Collins gets a blow on the sidelines after a tough hit out of bounds. Sits out for about 3 plays and comes back and shows the Bulldogs his heels. What size shoe does number 32 wear? Did you guys catch that down there? Cats are lining up into the swinging gate formation. Let's see if they snap it to Dill for the extra point kick. They run the gate again, and there you go. Penalty flags. Greg Rohn tiptoes into the end zone. I don't know what that was all about, but the penalty flag came down. Holding against the Wampus Cats, and that'll negate that nice two-point conversion run. That's twice the Cats have done that, and it has worked like a charm both times, but that's on the hold. We'll negate that play and probably bring Josh Dill back onto the field, and it does. 8th penalty in the ballgame against the Cats. Carroll has equally as many, I would think, if not a few more. 19 penalties total in this ballgame, 11 against Carroll and 8 against the Wampus Cats. So Cecil Collins, over 200 yards on the night. 169, excuse me. Dill's kick is good as goal. So the Wampus Cats lead it by a score of 30-13. And we are back with more Wampus Cat football after these words from our sponsors.
The Offord Advantage could be sending you home for the holidays. Offord Motors in Leesville is moving out the 95 Buicks and giving you a chance to win round-trip tickets for 2 to anywhere in the continental U.S. Now through November 18th, test drive any Buick on the lot and you automatically register to go home for the holidays. The deadline to register is Saturday, November 18th, so stop by Offord Motors in Leesville today and experience the Offord Advantage. Highway 171 South in Leesville next to the Holiday Inn.
Well, the Wampus Cats needed that score in the worst way, and it just didn't look like they were going to get it. Facing 1st and 30 from their own 26, Greg Rohn gives them a first down with a great 32-yard run. And Cecil Collins with a 32-yard touchdown run with 49 seconds to go in the third. And the Cats, behind Dill's extra point, lead it by a score of 30-13. And Dill kicking another knuckleball, taken by one of the up men. And, oh, baby, that was like the Leesville Lions Club rodeo bulldog in there, baby. Who was that truck that caught that football? All right, Blake Morrison. Blake Morrison holding on for dear life as that lineman that picked up the ball just jumping on to the Morrison jumping on. It was James Lighton, an offensive lineman, 6'3", 260. Oh, that's bigger than a lot of bulls. And the people in the stands are watching the altercation on the sidelines that has absolutely nothing to do with the football game. 1st and 10 Carroll from midfield. Wishbone formation. Bowie back to pass. He's hit. Loss of 6 yards on that play as Siggy Malerski, Robbie Carter et al. On the tackle. Willie West. So a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is the end of the third quarter with the score. Leesville 30, Carroll 13. Back at these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
Quarter of play, 12 minutes to go in this ball game. Leesville 30-13, but by no means out of the woods, as Carroll has a volatile home crowd section rooting for it right now. Bowie on the option, hit in the backfield, does not get to the corner, and Leesville has seen enough. A number 5 coming to that side, and they nail him for a loss of about 3-4 more yards. So Leesville's defense has found its second wind, and Carroll is now looking for some offense. Boy, John Coburn, the Leesville defense again, man, they are there when they need to be.
Oh, they're turning it up a notch right now.
Clock runs with 11 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. If the Cats can hold on and pull out this victory, it'll be the first time in the last 3 years that they have advanced past the second round of playoffs. And depending on the outcome of the Franklin-DeRitter game, they could be playing at home next Friday night. Backs are split. Oh, man, they called a timeout, and Terrence White was all alone. No defender on that wideout who was hit. And Carroll calls the timeout. Whoa, my goodness. Did Leesville get a break?
Oh, he was by himself.
Somebody on defense wasn't looking for number 1 to be flanked out wide 15 yards to the right. He was uncovered, and then when quarterback Bowie turned around and called for the timeout, White was furious. All it had to do was snap it and throw it, and that was 6 points as fast as White can run. Timeout stops the clock with 11:09 to go. Yeah, we've seen that work before for other teams and other games, but we certainly would hate to see it work against our guys tonight. No, trust me, the guys in the coaching staff in the booth did see that. So Carroll, their own worst enemy on that play, as they had the uncovered wide receiver in front of their bench. Number 22, Lennon Robinson, out wide to the right. On third down and about 16, Bowie, straight drop. Set up the little screen, complete to Hogg. Hogg is loose. On a nice open field tackle into Leesville territory at the 48-yard line, but that'll be about 7-8 yards shy of the first down, bring up fourth down.
12-yard completion.
12-yard completion from Bowie to Hogg, and I'll tell you what, Quentin Hogg, a 6'1", 195-pound sophomore, has shown good speed and good running ability. So fourth down, and Carroll has really got to, they've got to let it all hang out now, folks. 10.5 minutes to go. They're down by 17 points. They need to make it happen. Fourth down. Leesville's defense has got to get pressure on Bowie. He's obviously going to put this ball up. I formation, straight drop back, short drop, fires it into the flat, and a nice catch for a first down by Terrence White. The ball was thrown over his head, and White goes up and makes the catch for a gain of about 10 yards and a first down. That's two fourth down conversions, 2 for 2, and both of them from Bowie to White. So those guys are obviously comfortable with each other playing the pitch and the catch. First down for Carroll at the Leesville 36-yard line. Clock runs with under 10 minutes to go. Robinson out wide to the right, White to the short side of the field. I formation, Bowie. Draw to the fullback, and nothing doing as the Cats are there to stop it up. Loss of about 2 yards. Back to the 39-yard line. Loss of 3 yards back to the 39-yard line. Bowie comes to the sideline, talks to his coaching staff, and has got to hustle himself back onto the field. Second down, 13. Leesville's defense trying to keep these Bulldogs out of the end zone. Robinson comes to the near side of the field. White to the short side. I formation. Bowie under center. Deep drop. Got time. Over the middle. Complete to the tight end, McSwain. Stopped about a yard shy of the first down.
yards.
11 yards. He needed 13. It's third down and 2. Ball is spotted at the Leesville 28-yard line. Clock runs with 8:40 to play. Carroll needs 3 scores any way you slice it. High formation on 3rd and short. They give it to the fullback. No, Bowie on the keeper. He is stopped shy of the 25, but it looks like he's got the first down. So Carroll will keep that drive alive. Robert Robinson coming up to support the run. Carroll's got a first down at the Leesville 25-yard line. Clock runs with 8:10 to play. The Bulldogs looking to get into the end zone, and they can't waste time doing it. They need a quick 6. And then they need some defense, and then they need another touchdown.
For a quarterback that can't throw the ball, Bowie's doing a great job right now.
I'm telling you, the knock on him. Backs are split on 1st and 10 from the 25. Bowie looks to throw, hit as he throws, and I'll tell you what, Jason, 10-pound junior tight end, had the ball in his hands and looked to run before he actually made the catch. So clock stops with 7:48. Number 32, Michael Jackson, reserve fullback, into the ball game now, and out of the game comes Kamar Wright. 2nd down and 10 from the Leesville 25. Really, Bowie only 330 yards passing on the year, and he's got what? He's got 48 yards passing tonight. Backs are split. Wide out to the right. Out of the backfield and hit. And a big hit by Marcus Gill. And he knocks Bowie for a loop. And Carroll is going to call a timeout. Big hit by Marcus Gill, who just nailed Bowie. Bowie is a slightly built quarterback, about 5'8", 150. So it'll be 3rd down when we come back, and a long way to go. Back after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
We are back with 7:39 to go in the ball game. Leesville on top 30-13. Carroll has been pretty good in clutch situations, now facing 3rd down and about 16 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 31 of Leesville. Bowie back to pass. He's looking deep. He's looking deep. Oh, a tremendous effort. A tremendous effort going for naught, as Bowie could not make the completion to White.
Fantastic effort there by White.
I mean, you talk about laying out for a football. Terrence White laid it all on the line that time. And as this is a defensive holding call against the Cats, that's a tough break. But Carroll is not showing a lot of joy at this point, so let's see the official call. Somebody, they're talking about it, but we have not seen any motion at all, and it looks like it's going to be against Leesville. Pass interference, 1st down. Tough break.
Sure was wide open for a minute. Got interfered with.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Unless it was earlier in the play, we weren't looking earlier in the play.
So the penalty stepped off against the Cats. Will be inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at that point from the 16. 7:35 to play. And let's run that clock, guys. Let's run that clock. Backs are split. Robinson out wide to the right. Bowie looks that way. Throws it short to Hogg. Hogg breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Quentin Hogg. A 16-yard touchdown from Bowie to Hogg. on first down. It comes with 7:27 to go in the ball game. And we got a Wampus Cat defender down. That's Robert Robinson is down in front of on the Carroll sidelines. And I tell you what, they run that little screen out of the backfield, and the halfback was wide open. He made a nice move to juke the first defender who got hands on him. So, Carroll narrows the score, 30-19. And you got to know that they're looking for two here.
5 of 12 for 66 yards for Bowie.
Well, I tell you, the Leesville offense is going to have it put right squarely on their shoulders to grind out some first downs when they get this football back. Let's see what Carroll does on the two-point conversion try. Backs are split, two wideouts to the left. Bowie to Hogg on the two-point conversion pass. Bowie to Hogg. And the score with 7:27 to go is 30-21. The Wampus Cats holding on for dear life as that drive was aided by numerous penalties and mistakes against the Leesville defense and some outstanding completions from a quarterback who got nailed more than once on that drive. Back in 30 seconds with the Carroll kickoff after these words from our sponsors.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
With 7:27 to go, Carroll just driving the length of the field and converting a 16-yard touchdown pass and a two-point conversion pass to narrow this to a 9-point lead. And Leesville looks like they've got the good hands guys up to receive this kick, which could very well be an onside kick. It's a short floater, and it's going to be fielded by the Cats at the 36-yard line. And they've got 1st and 10 at that point with 7:26 to go in the football game. Somebody says there's a flag on the field. I don't see it unless it's being hidden by the Carroll players. Offside against Carroll. And they're going to make him kick it over. Get out the nitro pills, baby. We're headed for a wild ride at the end of this one. So, Carroll lines it up to kick it one more time. The Wampus Cats had good coverage on the special teams, but Carroll was offsides, and they will kick it again. This time it's a short poocher. Comes to Collins at the 30, and he goes to a knee. So Carroll was in the face of Collins on that high kick. He takes the fair catch, and the Wampus Cats have 7:24 on the clock, and their mission right now offensively is to burn as much time as they can. And if they happen to break one, well, that's just lanyard, baby. That's just more gravy on the rice. 1st and 10, Leesville. from their own 30-yard line, leading 30-21. I formation, Green under center. Collins on the carry, runs right, gets about a yard, 2 yards. As Collins is nearing 180 yards rushing on the night. He would be over 200, but a couple of penalties wiped out at least 35 yards in total yardage for Collins. Gain of 2 up to the 33. And the Cats very deliberate offensively, trying to convert a first down. Second down and 8. Second down and 7, excuse me, from the 33. Power I backfield. Green under center. Collins reverses his field, slips as he makes his cut, and is stopped shy of the 35. A gain of a yard on that play. We're at 6:05 and counting. Third down and 6 for the Cats. They need to make the 40-yard line to keep the chains moving. Leesville's offense just not wanting to make a mistake. Haynes comes to the near side. I formation on third down and long. Toss. Collins comes this way. He's in trouble. He slips the first tackle and gets back to the line of scrimmage. And he is going to be stopped well short of the first down, and a penalty flag is down. And let's see who that's against. Oh, no. Clip against the Wampus Cat. Carroll will decline the penalty and force Leesville to kick. They do not want to give Leesville any more opportunities to burn time. It is declined. So Greg Roan in to kick it away with 5:32 to go. And we are down to the wire, folks, as Carroll will get the football in pretty decent field position, barring some unforeseen circumstance. Line of scrimmage is the Leesville 34-yard line. Carroll receivers back at the 30. And you watch the Bulldogs coming hard. Oh, it's a high snap over Roan's head. Oh, my goodness. Roan's going to pick it up and run with it, and he is going to be stopped at the 15-yard line. So Carroll is in business as the snap sailed over Roan's head. And that was the unforeseen circumstance that we didn't want to happen. 5:05 to play, and the Bulldogs with the ball at the Leesville 14-yard line. I formation on first down from the 14. Bowie looks to throw. It's complete. A gain of about 6 yards, but Johnny on the spot is the Leesville tackler. Line of scrimmage will be looks like the 10-yard line. Gain of 5 on that play. Second down and 5 from the Leesville 10. 4:27 to play. Clock runs. I formation. Robinson wide to the right. Bowie pump fake. Hits White. White makes a spin move. He's got the first down, but he is stopped short of the goal line. They're going to spot it at the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Bulldogs at the 6-yard line. Clock runs with 3:50 to go. Carroll, if they score and convert 2, they'll be within 1. Bowie on the toss back to Hogg. Hogg jukes a defender, but is stopped short of the goal line. Gets down to the 2-yard line. It'll be second and goal. That was the first down. Excuse me. That was a second down play there. That's the first down at the 2-yard line. First and goal with 3:35 to play in this football game. Baby. That's not the thundering herd you hear. That's my heart pounding. Toss. Hogg runs left. He's hit. Hogg stops shy. And we've got an injury timeout. We'll take a timeout. Back after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat Football.
If actions speak louder than words, well, this is my way of shouting.
It is second down and goal for the Carroll Bulldogs. The deep back is now Fields. The fullback over the top. He is going to get in. No signal yet. Third down and goal. And the clock runs. And Carroll in a hurry-up posture. Third down and goal from the 1. Let's see if Wright, the fullback. No, Bowie, the quarterback. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. 30-27. And Carroll will probably just go ahead and kick the extra point. In to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole to Robinson. Good snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 30-28 with 2:41 to play in the ball game. We're back after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat Football.
The Offord Advantage could be sending you home for the holidays. Offord Motors in Leesville is moving out the 95 Buicks and giving you a chance to win round-trip tickets for 2 to anywhere in the continental U.S. Now through November 18th, test drive any Buick on the lot and you automatically register to go home for the holidays. The deadline to register is Saturday, November 18th, so stop by Offord Motors in Leesville today and experience the Offord Advantage. Highway 171 South in Leesville next to the Holiday Inn.
So the Carroll Bulldogs, a lot of fight in the dogs tonight, John Coburn.
Yes, sir. It's going to be right down to the wire.
Leesville has the good hands-off special teams unit into the ball game. With 2:41, it is imperative that they control the football. Carroll may have one timeout left in this ball game. Cecil Collins, the lone deep back. Here's the Carroll kick. End over end, goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And no time, runs off the clock. And the Cats will send the offense on the field, 1st and 10, from their own 35-yard line. Oh, son! Ladies and gentlemen, this is what high school football is all about. Two teams that have butted heads all night long. And now one of them, both of them, with an excellent opportunity to pull this game out. Backs are split. Roan and Collins are the running backs for the Cats on 1st down from their own 35-yard line. Collins on the carry. Across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And I tell you, the Cats need one first down. One first down will win this football game, John Coburn.
Yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to make it.
All right, all right. The old coach says yes. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now, Buckner and Collins, the deep backs. Slot right formation on 2nd and 8 from the 37. Green under center. Into Collins. Collins runs right. Gets up to about the 39. Under 2 minutes to go. And Carroll is going to call a timeout. So with 1:48 to go, Leesville's got 3rd down and 6. Looking at them straight down the barrel of the gun when they get back. When we return with more Wampus Cat football. Stay tuned.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of the Constitution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
All right, here we go with 1:48 to go in the ball game. Leesville on top, 30-28. 3rd down and 6 for the Cats. The ball is just shy of the Leesville 40-yard line. They got to have a play. Oh, Carroll almost jumped off. Green trying to draw him. Nothing doing. He calls a timeout. So Carroll wins that face-off. Oh, mercy. Well, we did not get here early enough to see the Carroll kicker warm up, but our compadres in the radio booth tell us that the youngster has quite an efficient leg.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. He has a good leg, but we need him a first down right here.
Oh, big time, big time. Of course, that 5-yard penalty, if Green could have drawn them offside, he's done it twice tonight. That would have been a big key, but nothing doing. Carroll would not bite. It's funny that the Bulldog did not bite, because Bulldogs normally do. Boy, Carroll's fans are on their feet. The Leesville's fans are on their feet. This is a rock'em sock'em game here tonight. Here we go. 3rd down and 6. Biggest play in the ball game. I formation. Toss. Collins trying to go wide. Trying to go wide. He's going to be run out of bounds. No, he's not run out of bounds. The clock continues to run. And that stops the clock. The Carroll player down at the 40. It'll be 4th down and 3. So the clock is down to 1:37. Carroll is, we think they're out of timeouts. They may have one left, but we think they're out of timeouts. And Leesville is up against it right now. The last punt attempt that the Cats tried, just about 3 minutes. Greg Roan, the snap sailed over Roan's head, and Carroll was able to convert that turnover into a touchdown. But right now, the Cats.
Sort of reminds me of the old Notre Dame play where you don't have any timeouts left, so you take an injury.
Would you accuse the Irish and Notre Dame of doing that? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. All right, so 4th down and 2. And the Cats are going for it on 4th and 2. Oh, my goodness. Is Green going to try to draw him off? No, he doesn't. He gives it to Collins, and Collins has got the first down. He's got to get a good spot. And penalty flags go flying, and we don't need that. We don't need that at all. That was a good spot. They spotted it at the 46-yard line of Leesville. And Carroll's got a player down. So with a minute 17 to play, if that, we have still not gotten an official word. We're still looking for a ruling here. First down, Wampus Cats. Oh, Big Daddy. On 4th and 2.
They tossed the dice that time. It came up with a...
What is it? Do I smell a rose? And this, my friends, has been one of the finest high school football games we have seen in some time.
It has been fantastic. But I look for some more injuries here for the next 3 or 4 plays.
We talked earlier, and that penalty is going against the Carroll Bulldogs. So the Cats have a minute 17 to burn off the clock. They've got the ball 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of the from the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. And if our understanding is correct, if the Cats hold on to win this game, and if that DeRitter score was the truth, it looks like we'll be facing the Dragons at Cecil Doyle Stadium in DeRitter next Friday night again, where the Cats took a 9-point victory just 2 short weeks ago. Green goes down on a knee, and Carroll goes down with a hamstring.
I don't agree with you. No, he couldn't possibly be hurt. They're going to stop the clock.
He couldn't possibly be hurt. Nobody went across the line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, they're trying everything. They're doing what they got to do. Well, I don't believe the ambulance is needed on this injury. But yes, the referee's job. When the player is on his back, you got to stop the clock. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. And although he's not going to win an Academy Award for his performance tonight, he did do exactly what he wanted to do and stop the clock with 43 seconds.
That's 3 downs. That's 3 downs and 3 injured players right at the end of the game.
And at least this looks for real. He's being helped off the field, and he's not putting any weight on his leg at all. Let's see how he acts when he gets to the sidelines. He's all right. They help him off the field, and he walks off on his own. I love it. I love it. Well, it's a couple of more snaps at least.
That's 3 for 3.
Hey, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of fight in the Bulldog.
What's this?
Who's going down now? Pick a player. It's the injury lottery. Pick a player. Green's going to go to a knee. And he went down, and there's another Carroll player down. And the referee's just looking the other way now. They're looking the other way.
I can't believe that.
And that's going to be the ball game. 5, 4, 3, 2, no. And the Leesville Wampus Cats have advanced to the regional round of the Quad A state playoffs. You did.
That was a good game.
That was a heck of a game, folks. I'm going to tell you what. 30-28.